Arkansas. Let's take a look at them now. This Arkansas team has a first-year coach Chad Morris over here.
Second year.
Oh yeah, this is second year. Yeah, this magazine always throws me off. But his first year he was 2-10, so he didn't do well last year. He's back at it this year. As we've seen from this week, coaches like Chip Kelly, the second year, it's a rough one. The organization still has to give you like a pass to try to get your athletes on the field and get your system implemented. But you expect them to come out with a little pop. But this team right here, I don't know. They might be headed back to destruction once again this year. They're returning 6 on offense, 6 on defense. They got a senior quarterback, but he's new on the squad. He's going to be first time starting senior, so that can have some type of impact to how well they play. And I don't know. Schedule looks fairly decent. Opened up against Portland State. They got Ole Miss next. They got to see Colorado State and San Jose State. Look like they're trying to make their way to the Mountain West, huh? And then they got a rough spot right here where they see this is Texas A&M in Arlington, Texas, then at Kentucky, then Auburn, then at Alabama, and then Mississippi State. And game before last, they got to see LSU at LSU. So no signs of letting up anywhere for this team right here. Portland State was probably the best gift they could have had. But I don't know. Look at, and then in the SEC, it's plain and simple. They got a top half of the division. They got a bottom half of the division. They don't really have a middle, and I don't see no room for this team even having a good season and becoming a middle. I'm just totally against them.
Yeah, they got some issues on offense. That's for sure. They were like almost dead last in scoring. They were dead last in scoring and dead second to last in pass, second to last in total offense. And then defensively speaking, they were like bottom tier team also. But they get like you said, they get the former quarterback from SMU quarterback Ben Hicks. He'll get the nod. A team that was dead last, like I say, 21 points a game overall. I mean, if you want to put a positive spin on it, there's nowhere but up for this team, right? So second-year coach, so maybe they get a little improved, but the schedule's not going to help them. Maybe early on, Portland State, then they, like we just talked about, Ole Miss, they got to play them, so that might be a tough look. Maybe a good underplay there. Then they get Colorado State, San Jose State, then A&M. So it's going to be early on, if they don't get anything going early on, it's going to be tough sledding the rest of the way for this squad. Then defensively speaking, they want to bring some pressure, with a good core linebackers. Actually, the defense is always a little ahead of the offense, like we like to say that. So hopefully that pans out for them there. Maybe next week we'll find out. And, they're going to have to take some little steps forward, not a big giant step. And they got an outside chance, if anything, maybe to catch a bowl, not a bowl, but maybe a 5-7. You know how these teams are getting to bowls going 5-7. If that happens, that's their only shot, because all their wins I see are going to come out of conference, if any. So they're going to probably they got a Western Kentucky late in the season, and they got these 3 or 4 out of conference games early. Not much is going to happen for them in conference, because they got all the teams they got to play in conference. They're going to be tough wins for them. They got to finish up at Missouri or versus Missouri, and then they got to play that in Little Rock. That's an outer conference. It's a conference game, but it's not a home game for them. Then they got to play, like you say, they got to play Arlington, Texas. They got to play A&M, and they got to play Kentucky, Auburn, and Alabama, and Mississippi State. So we'll see what happens, my man. I'm not too high on what's going to be the look for this team. Just it's going to be a rebuild mode, rebuild year. So I'm gonna say if they get they got some of these guys got them 5-7, 1-7 in conference. I'm thinking maybe more like 4 wins overall in total. I don't know. What do you think?
I don't even see that. I mean, San Jose State, like you said, you got to just look at the out of conference games. Colorado State, they're hungry. They're going to beat them. San Jose State is a new and improved team, but San Jose State on the road is horrible. They may slide past on that one. And then Western Kentucky is a pretty bad team, but they'll give a team like them a run for their money. So maybe another two wins.
Wow.
If they get a good upset, in the conference, which probably won't happen because they're just so far behind in this conference that if they get a lucky upset, that'll give them 3. But they barely beat Portland State. I mean, that's Portland State. The Portland State 2013 Portland State. I can't put no approval on this team. And one of the things we heard from Teddy this morning about college football is don't bet on bad teams. So this is a team that you definitely wouldn't want to bet on at no point in the season right here. So I don't know. That's about all I have on this team right here. Much luck to them.
Yeah.
Just a bottom tier SEC, and then in an argumentative fashion to those who out there who would say the SEC is the best conference, yada yada yada. This is a point that people on the other side have is about the bottom tier just being so bad and
falls up quick.
Yeah, it's a real bad look, and it's not like Arkansas was not competitive in the past years. Like it has some good teams. Yeah. How do you go from a football legacy like Arkansas to end up with a 2-win season? Like, that's pretty bad. Like, I'm a Notre Dame fan, and we've been there before. We had a bad season, but, we bounced back. And I don't see no room to even bounce back on this squad right here. They barely beat Portland State. So,
yeah, we shall see what it brings. Like you say, maybe I was being generous to give them 4 wins. Who knows? But we'll see come next week when they got to take on Ole Miss. That'll be a good telltale sign for conference play for these guys.
Absolutely. And I'm already leaning Ole Miss on that one. But you heard it right here first, y'all, right here on the Boss and the Sauce Show. We are live every Thursday, 6 p.m., 9 p.m. Eastern. Come see us. Come check on us. Just come check on us and see how we survive it. There's a lot of work that's put into this. I'm usually used to capping maybe five games. Like if I'm really feeling myself, maybe 7 games for the week, for the whole week of college football. And right here with all the stuff we got going on, I find myself capping a solid 10, 12 games. But it's fun. It's what I love to do. I'm honored to be a person that all you guys, recognize and show a lot of love. And, you communicate with me. I appreciate that. And I'm even more pleasured and honored to be on the show with a guy like Sauce right here. Awesome guy. Awesome capper,
much respect and love both ways, my man. It goes both ways. It's a two-way street here, so we get along good. We great minds think alike. We like to go up against each other. That's without question. But mutual respect. We do what we do because we love what we do, and it's like I say. Thanks to everybody in the chat and watching the shows, and we continue to do what we do because we love to do what we do.
Absolutely, and guess what, Big Ragoo?
I'm gonna see you at the window.
And I'll see you at the window. That's
all
the
right.
Boss and the Sauce Show, and we out of here.
Have a good week, guys.